Well, hey everyone, this is Grace of gbmaltese, and I hope you are doing finer than frogs here. I'm going to do a little whip and chat today as I work on this beauty here. This is from Captured by Radiance, and she is lovely. I'll put a link to their shop down below. They have a bunch of new ones. You can pre-order them, and I think they said they take a couple of weeks to get to you. So, and also when you go to their site, you need, if you're living in North America, you need to look at the North America site, and if you're living in another country, then you need to go to the other that is not North American, because it's going to be different for the shipping, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to work on this little beauty and kind of have a little chit chat with you guys. It's been a little crazy around here. I've been meaning to get on here and get on here and get on here, and just haven't found the time. It seems like something else comes up. So, try to get back into the groove of things. I keep saying that, and it just hadn't happened. But I have, like I said before, I have a lot of things still to show you guys. I have some cross stitch, stamped cross stitch. I also have diamond paintings that I have to unbox that I have not shown yet. So, I've got lots of things I need to show you, but I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys since it's been a while. My husband's birthday was June the 4th, so we had just a little celebration. And this year he had to go to the DMV to get his driver's license. You know, every, 8 years or something, you have to go in and do the eye test and all of that, and now you have to take your birth certificate if you haven't done so yet. So the next time I go, that'll be next year, I've got to remember to take my birth certificate, because that's something new they've added. I don't know if that's going to be for just one time. I think it is, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not positive. If my daughter hadn't told me about it, I would be like, what? And also, you have to go online and make an appointment. You can't just go in. Since I live in such a small town, we used to just walk in and just wait your turn and get it done. Not anymore. You have to make an appointment. So anyway, he goes in there, I guess last month or so, he could have it before his birthday. And my husband went to the eye doctor, and he needs glasses. He's been needing glasses for quite some time, but he's never had to wear glasses. All he wants to do is wear readers and take them off and go on about his business. I said, Jerry, you are not going to pass your eye test this time. I said, you can't see. You're not going to be able to see those letters. When he went 8 years ago, and you used to look through the little machine, there was a lady in front of him, and he heard her read the letters out. Letters and numbers, whatever it was. And he memorized it. So when he got up there, he just quoted verbatim what he heard her say, and he got no problem. Got his driver's license. It's not like he's blind like I am. I've worn glasses since I was in 2nd grade. My 2nd grade teachers told my parents I couldn't see. And when I got to the eye doctors, they had a big chart on the back of the door for me to look at. And they asked me to read what I could read. Well, you know those big E's at the very, very top? Those E's, they're huge. I could see that, but it was very blurry. That's how bad my eyes are. I'm pretty much, without my glasses, I'm legally blind. I can't see. Do not get in the car with me because I can't see what I'm doing. I can see up close. So if I'm doing close-up work, I just take my glasses off. See perfectly. But far away, no, everything's blurry. So, yeah, I've worn glasses and contact lenses for pretty much my entire life. So Jerry, I think he's just being, I don't know if he's being vain. Well, I think the main thing, he loses his readers all the time. And so if we have to pay for glasses, yeah, he ain't gonna wear them all the time and he's gonna lose them. So, it's probably, maybe partly vanity because he doesn't want to have to wear glasses. You know, that shows that you have something wrong with you. I don't know. I've always had it, so I got made fun of because I had them Coke bottle bottoms glasses is what I had. They were so thick when I was a child. Nowadays, when I wore contacts for between 30 and 40 years. Then my eyes were getting too dry and I couldn't wear them anymore. So I had to go back to wearing glasses. So I always ask for the thinnest possible lens that I can get. Yeah, and it does cost more, but you know what? I still want them. I mean, I haven't been to the eye doctor in 4 years. I need to go. Well, anyway, let's get back to Jerry. He goes in to do his test. He's got his appointment at 8:15 in the morning. So he goes in there, his happy little self, and he's the only one, I think, being tested at that time. And this time, he had to look at a chart that was on the wall. And, because I had told him, I said, Jerry, go get your glasses prescription filled. Well, no, he ain't doing that. Another thing is, he's cheap. He ain't going to spend the money to get glasses when he probably won't wear them. Or he will lose them. So, he goes on up there, and the lady tells him to read. She points to a line and tells him to read that line. So, she's pointing to it. I don't know if she's pointing to it with her finger, or if she has a stick, or whatever. But she's pointing to the first letter. And Jerry's saying, is it an A? She just kept pointing. Tapping at it. He said, is it an N? She just pointed at it again because he's wrong every time. And then he said, is it a D? That was what it was. She goes to the next letter. And he does the same routine. Is it an N? She's pointing at it again because he can't see it. Then he guesses an S. So, I wish I had been there to see that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He got his license. But she did tell him, you do need to go get some glasses. And he told her, yes, I have a prescription. She said, you need to get it filled. He can see to drive. He just can't read all the signs that, you know, may be too far off. So it's not like he's blind like me. But it's the principle of the thing. Because if it had been me going in there, and let's say my eyesight was just like Jerry's, I can just see them. I get the first one wrong. They'd be saying, okay, honey, you need to come back when you get some glasses. You need to go on home. Thank you very much. I don't know how he gets away with this stuff. I don't. I guess she felt sorry for him. I don't know. And another thing that Jerry gets away with, and I may have mentioned this before, he goes to a he eats ice. Okay, he's eating on ice all day. He'll eat it in the evening. He's got, and it's got to be that nice, soft ice you get at the convenience stores. And certain ones have better ice than others. And he can tell you which ones that, you know, are his favorites. But he goes in there with these huge cups. Just think about the Coke cups that are the biggest size that you can buy at the convenience store. And he also takes in some of his, a couple of metal cups that he has that I have given to him that keeps him from, keeps ice from melting as fast. Well, he'll go in there with, let's say, 4, sometimes 5 of those cups and fills them up. And sometimes he'll get a Coke along with it. And every time he'll go like he's going to go pay for it. And he said, "Oh, honey, you just go on. Just go on. Have a good day." I'm not with him when this is going on, so I do not know how he does this. But I can guarantee that if I went in them stores, if I'd gone to those stores, and I tried to get ice and then walk out of there like it was free, they'd probably call the police on me. But it's all the time. He gets it every single day. Every day he gets ice. Sometimes twice a day. Sometimes he'll get it in the morning before he goes to work. And then he'll get some on his way home. Because he's already eaten all of that ice. Yeah. And like I said, sometimes he gets a Coke with it. Not always. Or sometimes he'll get coffee. They don't charge him for any of it. I don't know if they just feel sorry for him, or I don't know. I haven't seen these ladies. He tells me that they're older ladies. I don't know. I don't know what they are. I'm like, Jerry, what are you doing for them Cokes? What are you doing for that ice? I'm not doing anything. Alright, fine. I said, but I guarantee you I wouldn't be getting it for free. But, yeah, so, and when Jerry goes places, he doesn't dress up. He just wears, the oldest clothes that he owns, probably. Because Jerry does not believe in spending a lot of money on clothes. No. He has been wearing the same things for years. Every so often I'll get him something and put it on in the closet because it's freaking embarrassing. Or if we're going to go somewhere special, I'm like, okay, you need to wear this. Don't go wearing that. No. Of course, we don't really go that many places because I've talked many times about him and his birds. He loves to be home to watch his birds. And the Purple Martins are some of his favorites. And they, most of them have already had their babies. The babies have fledged this week. And a lot of them have flown out. Now that was something to see. All those little birds flying round and around, practicing their flying. Because he probably has at least 60 pair, if not more. So that's 120 grown-ups. And the grown-ups will have 4 to 5 eggs. So when you got them all out there flying around, yeah, it's quite a sight. Quite a sight. So the Purple Martin season is starting to come to a close. We still have a couple that have babies in their homes, and they'll also stop back by. They go off in different places. Sometimes they come back in at night. Some of them do come in at night, and of course Jerry has to be out there to watch them fly in. It's very important, you know. He's got to see them come in. And that's fine. It's better than him going to a strip club and watching that, right? So I'm happy about that. He does enjoy that. And we have bluebirds. We have one pair that has already had 2 nestings and fledged both of them. And we now, I don't know if it's the same bluebirds or another one, they are back building another nest. So bluebirds will nest 2 to 3 times usually. They start earlier in the springtime than the martins do. And the martins, takes them a little longer to, I guess, incubate and then to be old enough to fledge. And they're way up high in these houses that he built a lot of the houses. And then we also have gourds that they live in. Yeah, he has it where them birds are fixed up good. Even with all the flooding we had, the birds were fine. They were fine because he puts long tunnels where they have to walk to go inside, so the rain doesn't just flow off in there. So yeah, he's proud of the birds. He enjoys watching them. I call him Bird Daddy because that's what he is. He's a bird daddy. He's also the Ice King. Yes. He's the Bird Daddy Ice King for sure. But yeah, he's always chewing ice. And I have always heard, I don't know if it's true, if anybody else knows this or not, that if you eat a lot of ice, then a lot of times you have an iron deficiency. I don't know if that's true or if it's an old wives' tale. But he's strong. I mean, he's very healthy, strong. So, I don't know. Even when he was young, his mom used to tell me that he used to chew the collars out of his shirts. He'd get the edge of the collar and just, I guess, gnaw on it. And it would pull the collar loose, like on t-shirts and those kinds of shirts. He was chewing on them. And I remember when we started kind of dating in our senior year of high school, I'd see some of his keychains. He'd have some of the plastic ones they had, and he'd chew on those. He chewed straws up. I'm like, you are going to choke on those straws. Chew them. He chews styrofoam cups. So, I don't know, maybe he's part rat. Chewing that stuff up. I don't know. Oh, he's funny though. He is. He's always trying to play jokes on everybody. So, he's done lots of things. He did a lot of stuff when we were first married. I've talked about some of those before, so some of you have heard those stories in the past. But, yeah, it's just, I could not believe it. Because I thought he was going to come home, not have his driver's license, and I was going to be able to say, I told you to go get your glasses. No. He's already got his driver's license in the mail. I mean, that came, I don't even know if it took 2 weeks to come in. Yeah, he doesn't say that he needs to wear glasses on there either. And he is a good driver, I have to say he is. So maybe, I guess he's seeing good enough that he doesn't have to have glasses to drive, and maybe she could figure that part out. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I wanted somebody else to stand up with me. Say, get you some glasses. Well, I guess we saved some money there. Of course, his glasses, since his eyesight is not that bad, they would be cheap. Mine, on the other hand, are hundreds of dollars because my prescription is so strong. And I get the thinner lenses, and I also get the kind that don't have a glare to them, so that when I, you know, looking at people, that it doesn't look like I have laser beams coming out of my eyes. Oh my goodness, I've had to wear glasses for so long and be made fun of that it does something to you. I don't care how, you know, if it happened a long time ago, it doesn't matter. It's still, you don't forget that. You don't forget how people made fun of you. I remember, I guess I don't know if I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I don't know if I'd just gotten glasses or had them a while. These 2 boys, and we lived close enough to our house that we walked home from school. And I was walking home with my friend, and these 2 boys came up. And I can't remember exactly what they said. They knocked me down, and one of them was sitting on me and said he was going to hit me and break my glasses, or he wanted to hit me. I'm just walking home, for God's sakes. And my friend, she said, I live right over there across the street, and I'm going to go over there and get my mama. And they left because they didn't want her to go and get her mom and then come over there and see that they, you know, were going to beat me up. I mean, really? 2 boys. That was, yeah, I had some strange happenings in my childhood that made me really not want to have to wear glasses. So, have any of you worn glasses for a long time and had someone treat you just, you know, you feel like you're like a second, or not even a second class citizen. You're way down there. And I'm half Greek, and people have always mistaken me for being Hispanic, which I don't care. I'm proud of who I am. One of my brother's friends knew that we were half Greek, and he used to call me Greasy Grace. I mean, really, how original can you get? And I wasn't greasy in the first place, but, you know, that's exactly what I thought. He was calling me greasy. So, yeah. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. I guess that's one of the reasons I really stood up. If you didn't know, I was a teacher for 34 years. 17 years in junior high, 17 years in 3rd grade. And I always stood up for my kids who were being bullied. That was not going to happen on my watch. I'm going to tell you right now. They'd come and tell me. I'd find out who the kid was, and we'd have a come to Jesus meeting. I never told them how I found out. A lot of times I just say, I saw you in the hallway doing such and such, and I better not ever see it ever happen again. But I never told them that the kids came and told me, because all that's going to do is make them want to hurt them more. So that was one thing. Wasn't going to happen on my watch. No siree. And my daughter's living in our town right now. She doesn't live with us. She has her own space, and she works from home. So she is renting a tiny home. She loves it there. There's like a little lake out there, and she really likes it. Anyway, she walks every day when she's out there. And she walks long distances. Many times she's going like 10 miles. I'm like, honey, just make sure when you walk around, you go in and get a drink, because we're in Texas. And let me tell you, it's hot. Today It was, I think, 92 degrees, but the feel like was 100 degrees because of the humidity. So that makes it miserable. But she was walking, and there was a lady that, she has one of those scooter chairs that she was, while Catherine was walking by, and she stopped and spoke to Catherine, and she asked her, she said, "Do you diamond paint?" Which was odd, because she doesn't. She said she just couldn't do this because it would make her nervous to deal with these little tiny squares or circles. I'm doing squares right now, but she's never wanted to try it, and neither has my sister. I'm like, but it's so relaxing. But the lady said, asked her, and she said, "No, but my mom does." And she said, "Well, I have a whole bunch of diamond paintings." And she said, "I'm wanting to get rid of them, and nobody I know has ever diamond painted. So I was looking for someone to give them to." And so Catherine said, "Okay." She said, "I was just going to throw them away if I couldn't find anyone." So she's given Catherine 3 already. I have no idea what they are of. I know nothing about them. Catherine told me it looked like, because she said she was probably, this lady is maybe in her late 30s, maybe early 40s. I don't know. She's not old. And she didn't know, maybe she's been in a car wreck, but she said her hands, she said they look like they've been burned real bad. So she said maybe she doesn't have the sensitivity in her fingers, her hands, to be able to do the diamond painting. And I said, yeah, that could be. And I feel so bad. I feel so bad when someone wants to do something and they're not able. And I know there are some of you out there that are very limited on things that you can do. But once I get the diamond paintings, I can show them to you. I might want to give some of those away, or all of them, because I have diamond paintings. It's just that mailing them can get very expensive, so I'll have to look and see the size of them and all that kind of stuff. But I'll show it to you if you want to see them. I'm kind of excited to see. It's always interesting to me the type of diamond painting other people pick out, because everyone has such different tastes. But I did ask her, I said, well, were the diamond paintings in a bag or were they in a box? She said they were in a bag. And I said, okay, then they're probably from China. I don't know. I mean, all of them come from China, but probably from a store. So I don't know if there are any of them that have stolen diamond paintings in it. So I'm not going to know anything about these diamond paintings. So we'll take a look and see. I may have to double check it or whatever. I don't know. I didn't purchase them. She's just given them to me for free because she was just going to throw them away. And I hate to see someone have to waste their money like that. If I can help her out, I'm more than happy. So, we shall see. But I also have some diamond paintings that I have purchased that I haven't shown yet. And I have had them for months. But I don't have them in this room, so I forget about them. But I have to put them in here so I can remind myself. I also have some stamped cross-stitch that I want to show. And I am thinking about, since cross-stitch is so much lighter weight and smaller than diamond paintings, I'm thinking I could do those as for some giveaways. If I have anyone interested in trying the stamped cross-stitch, I like to get people involved in something maybe they've never tried before. But I'm enjoying it. I do. I enjoy the stamped cross-stitch. I used to do counted cross-stitch all the time. But let me tell you, this stamped cross-stitch is so nice. Because I'm not having to sit there and count and tell somebody, shh, I'm counting. I do have a couple of counted cross stitches that I need to do, little ones from Mill Hills, but I'm really enjoying. I'm almost finished with the one I started with, the two puppies and the yarn balls. I've already started the yarn balls. I'm between doing a little diamond painting, a little bit of the cross stitch, and things around the house or going somewhere, doing things, try to help my daughter out at times. She's did that come? Oh yeah, it came off. Okay, I thought I still had one stuck to this. So to me, I love doing both diamond painting and cross stitch. And I do also crochet. I haven't done that in a while. And if you've been with me for a really long time, you know about Isaac. He was a student that came from Honduras, because I taught English as a second language for several years at the junior high level. And he was from Honduras. And he was in 7th grade when he came. And I am the one who taught him English. And we have become very close. He lost his mother to cancer in 2017. And he graduated at the end of that year. That was such a hard year. It was, because I knew his mom. She didn't speak English, and I spoke a little bit of Spanish. Not a whole lot, you know. Not to carry a really good conversation. It'd have to have been really slow. So Isaac would translate for her and for me so we could talk to each other. And she'd come over here, and I've been to her house. And when she was, she'd been diagnosed with cancer once, and they did a complete hysterectomy. And they thought everything was good, and it came back. And this time it had spread. It was everywhere. And I crocheted her a prayer shawl. And what a prayer shawl is you crochet a shawl, and as you're crocheting, you are thinking and praying for that person, so that when you give it to them, you can tell them that prayers have been crocheted into this for them to have comfort and healing or whatever. But anyway, she loved it, and she wore it all the time. When she came over, she had it on. I was so happy to make it for her. I had asked her favorite colors. So anyway, she didn't make it this next time with her cancer. And that summer, Isaac had graduated, and he told me, he said, "Miss Babcock, can I either call you Miss Grace or Abuelita?" And I said, "Isaac, I know that you want a grandma." I said, "You can call me Abuelita." And that has been in 2017. So that's been 7 years. I've known him longer than that. I guess I've known him about 10. And yeah, we're very close. He was in the Marines for 4 years. And while he was in the Marines, he got married. Now, while he was in the Marines was during COVID time. So no one got to go and see him finish boot camp and graduate into the Marines. That was hard for him. But he did, and when he got out, he's a corporal. And he got married, as I said, and he and his wife are expecting a baby, a little boy, and I believe he had said sometime in October. She didn't get checked for a few months because she said she was never regular with her periods, so she just thought it was, you know, her missing. And her mom said, "I had a dream." Now, her parents still live in California, because that's where Isaac had been stationed, was California. And her mom said, I had a dream last night that someone was pregnant. And she hadn't, as far as I know, mentioned anything to her mom. She said, take a pregnancy test. And she did. She was pregnant, went to the doctor. She was 4 months pregnant. So yeah, they found out after she was already 4 months. And so I told them I am going to make them, crochet them a baby blanket. I do that for family. And he told me, because I don't have any grandchildren, he said that would also be my grandchild, not just him, because I call him my grandson, and he calls me grandma all the time now. The whole time through boot camp, and for a while he called me abuelita, and now he's grandma, how you doing, and how's my grandpa? We never asked Jerry if he wanted to be called grandpa, but he doesn't mind. He likes Isaac. Isaac is such a good kid. I mean, alright, he's 23. He'll be 24 in August, so he's still a kid to me, okay? He'll always be a kid, just like my daughter. They're always going to be kids to me. It doesn't matter. I don't care if they're 40, 50, 60 years old. They're always going to be my kids. So, anyway, I am trying to decide on a pattern. I just can't decide. I had done one that I really do like, that I'd made for someone. But sometimes I just like to do something different. I've never made anyone the same thing twice. So, that's my dilemma. Trying to figure it out. And praying that my thumb will allow me to crochet, because I have been having problems with it in here and this. It's okay for me to diamond paint and do my cross stitch, but sometimes when I crochet the pain is really bad. So we'll see. We shall see. But I'm going to decide. I've looked at so many patterns. If any of you have a favorite crocheted baby pattern and you want to send me a link down below, then please do. I've got so many that I like, but I do something really special. I don't do just a simple little blanket when I'm making for family. And when I finish it, because yeah, I need to get started. And summertime isn't the best time to be crocheting. It's so hot. But I need to get started, and then I might do a crochet along with you if you want me to do a crochet along, or a stitch along with the cross stitch is what, you know, if you're interested. But tell me if let me know if you're interested in trying stamped cross stitch, and I can do those a whole lot cheaper than trying to send one of these kits. Even when you order from a company, if you don't spend at least, you know, usually $80-something or more, you have to pay shipping, and sometimes the shipping's pretty high. So, you know, money's kind of tight sometimes. It has just gotten really bad. Going to the grocery store is enough to just make your, you know, your toes kind of curl up. You're like, what? That didn't cost that much last, you know, month. So, hopefully things will go down one of these days. Anyway, I think I have gnawed your ears off long enough chatting. And I'm going to let you go for now. Look at the gorgeous shine on this. I must say, Captured by Radiance has, oh, they have absolutely. Captured by Radiance and, oh my gosh, Bella Art Diamonds. To me, they have the shiniest, because all of theirs are resin, squares and rounds. Captured by Radiance is doing a lot of squares, but I like squares. They don't bother me. Look how gorgeous they are. Wow. Woo. This is beautiful. I'm going to let you go. I'll just keep talking. I've missed you. I love you guys. You just don't know how much you mean to me when you watch and when you comment. If you like my video, I'd appreciate if you know, those likes help my video get out where more people can see I've made one. So if you don't mind pressing the like button, I'd appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, it doesn't cost you a penny. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.